Well, welcome to Championship Weekend. Thanks to Dexian, who are the proud sponsors of our Super Bowl party. Super Bowl 59 at Amphora at Docklands. Looking forward to getting down there. Unbelievable venue. I've got the man who makes it all happen at Dexian Australia and Australia's biggest Cowboys fan. Unfortunately, they're not going to be there, but the NFC is actually going pretty well. Big welcome to Stewie Ward to preview the AFC Championship.
Thanks, Mackie. You keep reminding me every week about that, so thank you.
Well, it's better than
yeah,
being
mate,
the
happy
Colts,
to be here.
Stu. Better than being the
Yeah,
Colts.
true, true. Always a positive. Yeah, no, good to be back again, mate. What an exciting week of NFL, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Long weekend here in Australia, so lots of sport to watch.
Now, how good is that for everyone that usually for NFL Mondays, even though we've been blessed with the playoff that it's Saturday in America, happens Sunday in Australia, but how good is Monday going to be that we've actually got, I mean, everyone can have a barbecue, relax, maybe after a bit of a hangover after Australia Day, but you can sit down and watch those games without having to worry about going to work. Be unbelievable. And speaking of unbelievable, Stu, how good is this matchup going to be with Patrick Mahomes taking on the maybe MVP in Josh Allen? How good is this going to be?
Yeah, look, it's unbelievable. These guys, fight it out every year, and it's always a close game. I was watching a game three years ago, when they just stole it, that last drive by Mahomes. It just shows him how clutch he is. So hopefully we get another good game, and I'm sure we will.
I had that in my notes. You must have watched the same game with this research. We're very much aligned. It was a cracker of a game from a few years ago. I think it went down to that controversial call about after the pass. One of the Kansas City guys caught, and then he got pushed, and then they got the penalty, which got them closer. But let's hope, I think, for the game from 3 years ago, but maybe I hope for a different result. I'd be pretty glad to see Josh Allen get through. But before we get through, the Bills, they're pretty red hot. 11 of their last 13 games, 27 points plus. It's going to be interesting to see whether they can put the pressure on Josh Allen with that defensive coach led by Steve Spagnuolo.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. Josh Allen's had an incredible year. Even last week, just those tight moments, those clutch moments. He was great. So, look, I'm thinking the Bills. I think I'm hoping that the tables turn this year and the Bills get through. They deserve it. They're due. I'm just worried about those refs. They seem to wear those Kansas City colours a little bit more than I hope. So,
the Kansas fans out there are going to turn on you, Stu. But you know what? They would surely have to admit they do get the rub of the green, the favourable decisions now. Let's just hope we're not talking about that during the game. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we can never say it was one-sided, but it seemed one-sided, the rub of the green, which way it was going. We don't want that rest. We don't want this, especially in the Final Four. It decides who goes through to Super Bowl 59. The marbles are on the line. Just let it go, and let's see who's going to be the best team. Now, the man of the moment, I think, for the Bills, who they have to stop, and they need him to have a quiet game, but invariably in big games, he's the one that stands up, and of course he stands up. He goes out with Taylor Swift. I'm talking about Travis Kelce. He's the man that they're probably going to stop if they're going to win, and especially in these tight games, you've really got to stop him.
Definitely a clutch playoff player. He always steps up. He's having a couple of quiet games, but a couple of those plays, mate, were massive, and that just turned the game when they looked like, I think Houston looked like they had the upper hand last week. So funny how that, a couple of big plays, just they're massive. So yeah, 87. As long as we don't flick to Taylor Swift every play, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Now, just quickly, Stu, before we go on to pick, see who goes through to Super Bowl 59, you've got the Buckeyes. I've forgotten about that. Just a quick one on that. Mentioning Joe Maguire. How good was that? Eddie Maguire's son, punter for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, massive for Eddie Maguire's son. So and Howard, Howard was he was probably going to be maybe 5th round draft pick, and he's really sort of he's got a lot of people looking at him now. I think he'll go a lot higher. So he's a great player. He's one to watch for the future too. And even that young Smith, mate, he's only a freshman. Scary. So they might be good for a couple of years. So They haven't won since 2014. So, you know, they've got a massive program and they live, eat and breathe football. So it was good to see them win, the old Buckeyes.
And they were. And we will have Nathan Chapman from Pro Kick Australia at the Super Bowl party, brought to you by Dexian. At Amphora Docklands, we'll have him there. He can give us a preview, but he had both the punters in the national championship, which is another feather in the cap for the Pro Kick gang. I'm going to go the Bills. It'll go on to Super Bowl 59. At least that's what I'm hoping. Love to see someone there different in Josh Allen. I will go 38-35. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring affair, but what are you thinking, Stu?
Yeah, I'm the Bills as well, mate. I hope they get to the Super Bowl. They're well deserved. You know, so I'm going to go probably 33-27.
33-27. You like the one-score results, don't you?
I do.
Well, that's a wrap. We'll be back. We'll have a bit of a break next week. We'll take our collective breaths, and then we'll be back to do a really big preview leading into Super Bowl 59. As I said, brought to you by Stu and the team at Dexian. Can't wait to see you all, and let's hope for a fantastic championship weekend and great games in both the games in the NFC and AFC.
Thank you, Macca. Happy Australia Day.